Welcome to the English Room. Let's learn English together.
Hello and welcome back to English Room. I'm Adam.
And I'm Sarah. We're really happy you're here today. Today's topic is very practical. We're going to practice English for going to a restaurant.
Booking a table, ordering food, asking questions, making special requests, complaining politely, paying the bill, and leaving a tip.
By the end of this episode, you'll be able to walk into a restaurant in an English-speaking country and feel comfortable from the moment you sit down to the moment you leave.
Sounds good?
Let's begin.
Sarah, how often do you eat at a restaurant?
Honestly, quite often. Maybe once or twice a week. What about you?
About the same. Restaurants are a big part of everyday life, especially when you're traveling or meeting friends.
That's exactly why this topic is so useful. Think about it. You might go to a restaurant on a business trip.
You might go on a date or celebrate a birthday with your family.
Or maybe you're traveling in a new country and you just want to order a simple meal without feeling nervous.
Restaurants can actually be a little stressful for English learners. There's a lot happening. The waiter is speaking quickly, there's a menu full of new words, and you need to make quick decisions.
But once you know the common phrases, it becomes easy. You'll recognize the pattern every single time.
That's the goal for today. We want you to feel calm and confident, not nervous, the next time you sit down at a restaurant table.
Let's start with some easy vocabulary and simple sentences.
Let's start with a very common phrase. I'd like to book a table for two.
Listen again. I'd like to book a table for two.
Now you repeat.
Great. Notice the pattern. I'd like to. This is a polite way to say what you want.
We use it a lot in restaurants. Listen to a few more examples.
I'd like to order the chicken, please.
I'd like to try the soup.
I'd like a table by the window.
Now it's your turn. Try making your own sentence using I'd like to.
Perfect. Let's learn a few more useful phrases now. This time, about asking questions politely.
Could we have a table for two, please?
Listen again. Could we have a table for two, please?
Now you repeat.
Could makes a question sound polite and soft. It's very common in restaurants, shops, and everyday conversation.
Here are a few more examples using could.
Could I see the menu, please?
Could we sit outside?
Could you bring some water, please?
Now try one yourself. Ask for something using could I or could we.
Nice work. Let's add one more useful pattern. Do you have?
Listen. Do you have a table for four?
Now you repeat.
A few more examples.
Do you have a vegetarian option?
Do you have a high chair for the baby?
Do you have any tables available right now?
Try your own sentence with do you have.
Excellent. You now have 3 really useful patterns. I'd like to, could I, and do you have? These 3 alone will help you in almost any restaurant situation.
Let's put these phrases into a short conversation. Listen first, and then we'll practice the important lines together.
Imagine Adam is calling a restaurant to book a table.
Hello, could I book a table for two, please?
Of course. What time would you like to come?
Around 7:30, if that's possible.
Let me check. Yes, 7:30 is fine. Can I have your name, please?
Yes, it's Adam.
Great, Adam. A table for 2 at 7:30. We'll see you then.
Thank you very much.
Great conversation. Let's look at a few useful lines from it.
Could I book a table for two, please? This is the exact sentence you can use when calling any restaurant.
Around 7:30, if that's possible. Notice how, if that's possible, makes the request even softer and more polite.
Now let's practice. Repeat after me. Could I book a table for two, please?
Around 7:30, if that's possible.
Can I have your name, please?
Well done. Now imagine you're calling a restaurant yourself. Try booking a table using your own name and your own time.
Great job. Let's move on to arriving at the restaurant.
Now, imagine you're walking into the restaurant. Listen to this short conversation.
Hi, could we have a table for two, please?
Of course. Do you have a reservation?
Yes, it's under the name Adam.
Perfect. Right this way, please.
Thank you.
Here's your table. Your server will be with you shortly.
Let's break this down. Do you have a reservation? Is a very common question. If you booked a table earlier, you say yes.
If you didn't book, you simply say, no, we don't. Is that okay? And the restaurant will usually try to help.
It's under the name means the reservation was made using that name.
Right this way, please. Simply means, follow me.
Let's shadow this short dialogue together. Listen to my voice and try to copy my rhythm, pronunciation, and tone. Could we have a table for two, please?
Do you have a reservation?
Yes, it's under the name, and then say your own name.
Nicely done. Let's now talk about looking at the menu and ordering food.
Let's practice how one simple sentence can grow into a fuller sentence. This helps you sound more natural.
We'll start very simple. I'll have the chicken.
Now let's expand it. I'll have the chicken, please.
Now longer. I'll have the chicken with rice, please.
And even longer. I'll have the chicken with rice, please. And could we also get some water?
Do you see how the sentence grows step by step? You don't need to say everything at once. You can build it naturally.
Let's practice this pattern with a different example. Listen. I'll have the pasta.
I'll have the pasta, please.
I'll have the pasta with extra cheese, please.
I'll have the pasta with extra cheese, please. And a side salad too.
Now it's your turn. Start with a simple sentence. I'll have the, and then keep adding more information.
Very good. Building longer sentences step by step is one of the best ways to improve your speaking.
Listen first. Could I see the menu, please? Now you repeat.
What do you recommend? Your turn.
I'll have the same as her.
Could we have a few more minutes?
I'm ready to order.
Can I get that without onions, please?
These are all extremely common phrases. If you learn nothing else today, these sentences alone will help you order food confidently.
Sometimes the menu has words we don't understand. It's completely normal to ask questions.
Let's practice some useful questions.
Listen, what's in this dish?
Now you repeat.
Is this dish spicy?
Does this contain nuts?
What do you recommend?
Is this a big portion or a small one?
Great. These questions are especially useful if you have allergies, or if you simply want to know more before ordering.
Let's connect this to real conversation. Sarah, imagine you're not sure what to order. What would you ask the waiter?
I'd probably ask, what do you recommend? Or, what's popular here?
Good choice. Those are very natural questions.
Now it's your turn. Imagine you're looking at a menu with a dish you don't recognize. Ask a question about it.
Perfectly natural. Let's move to a short story now so you can hear this vocabulary in a real context.
Listen to this short story. Try to notice the vocabulary and sentence patterns we've already learned.
It was Friday evening, and Adam and his friend decided to go out for dinner. They didn't have a reservation, so when they arrived, the host asked, "Do you have a table for two?" Luckily, there was one table free near the window.
They sat down, and a few minutes later, the waiter came over. "Can I get you something to drink first?" he asked. Adam ordered a sparkling water, and his friend ordered a lemonade.
After looking at the menu for a while, the waiter returned. "Are you ready to order, or do you need a few more minutes?" Adam said, "I think we're ready." He ordered the grilled salmon, and his friend ordered the vegetable pasta.
When the food arrived, everything looked delicious. Halfway through the meal, Adam noticed his glass was empty, so he politely said, "Excuse me, could we get some more water, please?" The waiter smiled and quickly brought a fresh jug.
By the end of the evening, they were both full and happy. Adam asked for the bill, paid with his card, and left a small tip for good service.
Great story. Let's listen to a few important lines again, and then shadow them together.
Do you have a table for two?
Are you ready to order, or do you need a few more minutes?
Could we get some more water, please?
Now let's ask a few simple questions about the story. Did Adam have a reservation?
That's right. He didn't. What did Adam order?
Correct. The grilled salmon. And how did he pay?
Yes, with his card. Now let's personalize this a little. What do you usually order when you go out for dinner?
Try to answer with one complete sentence, like, I usually order.
Great work. Let's continue with the pronunciation section.
In natural conversation, I would like often becomes I'd like.
Instead of saying, I would like the chicken, you'll usually hear, I'd like the chicken.
Let's practice. Listen first. I'd like the chicken.
Now you repeat. Another common contraction is could you, becoming softer and faster in speech, almost like could ya in very casual speech, though in most situations, people still say it clearly as could you.
Let's also notice word stress. In the sentence, could I see the menu, please? We usually stress the important words, menu and please.
Listen to the difference. Could I see the menu, please? Versus a flat, robotic version without stress.
Try saying it with natural stress on menu and please.
One more small tip. When we ask, what do you recommend? The word recommend is stressed on the second part. Recommend.
Try that word a few times.
Great pronunciation practice. Let's continue building our restaurant vocabulary with special requests.
Sometimes you need something a little different from the standard menu. Maybe you have an allergy, or you simply prefer something a certain way.
Let's learn how to make polite special requests.
Listen, could I get that without onions, please?
Now you repeat.
Is it possible to make this less spicy?
Could you bring the sauce on the side?
I'm allergic to peanuts. Does this dish contain any?
Could we get a table away from the kitchen, please?
These sentences show that you can be specific about what you need, in a calm and polite way.
Notice that we don't need to explain a long story. A short, clear, polite sentence is usually enough.
Let's practice with a mini conversation.
Excuse me, could I get this without cheese, please? I'm allergic to dairy.
Of course, no problem at all. I'll let the kitchen know.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'll bring that right out for you.
Notice how short and simple that exchange was. The waiter didn't need extra explanation, just a clear, polite request.
Now it's your turn. Imagine you need to make a special request at a restaurant. What would you say?
Perfect. Let's move to something a little different now, complaining politely.
Sometimes things don't go perfectly at a restaurant. Maybe the food is cold, or maybe your order was wrong.
It's important to know how to express this politely, without sounding angry or rude.
Listen to some useful phrases. Excuse me, I think there's a small problem.
Now you repeat.
This isn't quite what I ordered.
I'm sorry, but this is a little cold.
Could you please check this for me?
Notice the soft language. I think, a little, quite, could you please? These words make the complaint sound calm and polite, not aggressive.
Let's compare two versions. Listen to this one first. This is wrong. Fix it now.
That sounds quite direct and impolite in English.
Now listen to a softer version. Excuse me, I think there might be a small mistake with my order. Could you please check?
Much more natural and polite, right?
Let's practice this softer style together. Repeat after me. Excuse me, I think there might be a small mistake.
Could you please check this for me?
This is a little colder than I expected.
Great. Let's put this into a short conversation. Excuse me, I think there might be a small mistake. I ordered the chicken, but this looks like fish.
I'm so sorry about that. Let me check with the kitchen right away.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course. I'll bring the correct dish out as soon as possible. Notice again how calm and polite both people were, even though there was a mistake.
This is a really useful skill in English, staying polite even when something goes wrong.
Now try it yourself. Imagine your food arrived cold. How would you politely explain this to the waiter?
Well done. Let's take a short break from new information and do a speaking challenge.
Now it's time for your first speaking challenge. We're going to ask you a few questions, and we'd like you to speak for about 20 to 30 seconds.
Don't worry about being perfect. Just try to use the phrases we've practiced today.
Here are some guiding questions to help you.
What's your favorite restaurant and why do you like it?
What do you usually order there?
Do you usually book a table or just walk in?
Is there anything you always ask the waiter?
Now try to speak without copying us. Use your own words and answer the questions above.
Great effort. Remember, speaking practice like this, even for 30 seconds, helps your brain build real English much faster than just listening alone.
Let's continue with our second short story. Listen to this story about a special dinner.
Sarah's parents were visiting from out of town, and she wanted to take them somewhere nice. She booked a table for 4 at a small Italian restaurant near the city center. "I'd like to book a table for 4, please, for 8 o'clock," she said on the phone.
When they arrived, the host greeted them warmly. "Good evening. Do you have a reservation?" Sarah smiled and said, "Yes, it's under the name Sarah for 4 people." They were shown to a lovely table near the back of the restaurant.
The waiter came over and explained a few of the specials. Sarah's mother had a question. "Excuse me, does this pasta dish contain shellfish? I'm allergic." The waiter checked and confirmed it was completely safe.
Everyone ordered something different. Sarah chose the risotto, her father chose the steak, and her mother chose a vegetable soup followed by a small pasta dish.
Near the end of the meal, Sarah noticed the bill included an extra item they didn't order. She politely said, "Excuse me, I think there might be a small mistake on the bill." The waiter apologized and quickly corrected it.
Before leaving, Sarah paid for everyone and left a generous tip, since the service throughout the evening had been excellent.
Beautiful story. Let's shadow a few key lines.
"I'd like to book a table for 4, please."
Does this dish contain shellfish? I'm allergic.
"I think there might be a small mistake on the bill."
Let's ask a few comprehension questions. How many people were in Sarah's group?
That's right, 4 people. What did Sarah's mother ask about?
Correct. Whether the pasta contained shellfish. And what did Sarah find on the bill?
Yes, an extra item they didn't order. Now, personal question for you. Have you ever found a mistake on a restaurant bill? What did you do?
Try answering with 1 or 2 full sentences.
Great. Let's now talk about paying the bill and leaving a tip.
This is our final vocabulary section for today. Let's learn how to ask for the bill and talk about tipping.
Listen, could we have the bill, please?
Now you repeat.
Do you accept card payments?
Could we split the bill, please?
Keep the change.
Is service included in the bill?
Let's talk a little more about tipping, since it can be different depending on the country.
In some countries, like the United States, tipping around 15 to 20% is common and expected.
In other countries, tipping is smaller, or sometimes service is already included in the price.
A simple, useful sentence is service included? This helps you understand whether you need to add a tip yourself.
Let's practice a short conversation about paying. "Excuse me, could we have the bill, please?"
Of course, I'll bring that right over.
Thank you. Also, do you accept card payments?
Yes, we do. Card or cash, whichever you prefer.
Great, we'll pay by card then. And is service included?
No, service isn't included, so feel free to add a tip if you'd like.
Thank you for letting me know.
Very useful conversation. Let's shadow the key lines together.
Could we have the bill, please?
Do you accept card payments?
Is service included?
Excellent. Now, a personalization question. In your country, is it common to leave a tip at restaurants? How much, usually?
Try to answer using a full sentence, something like, "In my country, we usually..."
Great work. We've now covered every stage of a restaurant visit, from booking a table to leaving a tip.
Now it's time for your biggest speaking challenge of the episode.
We'd like you to imagine a full visit to a restaurant, from beginning to end, and speak about it for about 1 minute.
Here are some questions and sentence starters to help you.
I booked a table for.
When I arrived,
I ordered.
during the meal,
At the end, I.
think about the whole experience. Booking, arriving, ordering, maybe asking a question or making a request, and finally paying.
Take a moment to think, and then speak for about 1 minute, using your own words.
Try not to copy our example. Just use the vocabulary and patterns we practiced today.
Wonderful effort. That's a real achievement. Speaking for a full minute in English about a real-life situation.
Now, since we promised, let's give you our own example so you can compare it with what you said.
Here's mine. Last weekend, I booked a table for 2 at a small restaurant near my home. When we arrived, the host showed us to a table by the window. I ordered the grilled chicken with vegetables, and my friend ordered the pasta. Halfway through the meal, I asked the waiter for some more water. Everything was delicious, so at the end, we asked for the bill, paid by card, and left a good tip because the service was excellent.
Notice how Sarah used many of today's phrases naturally, all connected together into one smooth story.
That's exactly what we want you to be able to do. Not just memorize phrases, but connect them into real, natural speech.
Let's quickly review some of the most useful things we learned today.
First, useful patterns for requests. I'd like to, could I, and do you have?
Second, ordering food. I'll have the, "Could I see the menu, please?" and "What do you recommend?"
Third, special requests. Could I get that without? And is it possible to?
Fourth, polite complaints. I think there might be a small mistake, and "Could you please check this for me?"
And finally, paying. Could we have the bill, please? Do you accept card payments? And is service included?
These phrases will help you in almost any restaurant, anywhere in the world.
Let's do one final shadowing exercise with some of today's most useful sentences. Listen to my voice and repeat, copying the rhythm and pronunciation as closely as you can.
Could we have a table for 2, please?
Could I see the menu, please?
I'll have the chicken, please.
Could I get that without onions, please?
Excuse me. I think there might be a small mistake.
Could we have the bill, please?
Wonderful. You've just practiced some of the most useful restaurant English there is.
That brings us to the end of today's episode. You've learned how to book a table, order food, ask questions, make special requests, complain politely, and pay the bill.
More importantly, you practiced speaking out loud, not just listening. That's the part that really builds your confidence.
If some parts felt difficult, that's completely normal. Feel free to replay this episode and shadow it again. Repetition really helps.
Every time you practice, your English becomes a little more natural.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us today.
We're really proud of the effort you put in.
Take care, keep practicing, and we'll see you next time.
Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.